The sun dipped below the jagged peaks of the Shah-i-Kot Valley, casting long, ominous shadows across the rugged terrain. It was March 2002, just months after the initial invasion of Afghanistan. While the world watched the fall of Kabul and Kandahar, a stubborn enemy regrouped in the remote mountains near the Pakistani border. Intelligence reports indicated a significant presence of Taliban and al-Qaeda fighters, dug in and ready for a fight. This was no ordinary enemy force. These were hardened veterans of years of conflict, many with experience battling the Soviets. They knew the terrain intimately and were masters of guerrilla warfare. The stage was set for a battle that would test the mettle of the US military and its allies. Operation Anaconda. The Shah-i-Kot Valley, a place of stark beauty, was about to become a valley of death. Its narrow passes, steep ridges, and dense vegetation provided natural cover and concealed countless fighting positions. The enemy controlled the high ground, their eyes constantly scanning the valley floor. For the American and coalition forces preparing to enter this cauldron, the stakes couldn't be higher. Failure was not an option. Anaconda was not just about eliminating enemy combatants. It was about sending a message. The message was clear. The mountains of Afghanistan would offer no haven for terrorists. Operation Anaconda aimed to root out Taliban and al-Qaeda forces in the Shah-i-Kot Valley. Intelligence suggested high-value targets, possibly Osama bin Laden. The operation aimed to deliver a decisive blow to the enemy. It involved a multinational force, with American troops leading alongside Afghan allies. Airpower played a crucial role, softening enemy positions. The heart of the battle was fought by infantry soldiers in close-quarters combat. The Taliban and al-Qaeda fighters were determined and resourceful. Armed with Soviet-era and modern weapons, they blended into the landscape. They held their ground, turning the Shah-i-Kot Valley into a kill zone. First helicopters carrying American and Afghan troops roared into the Shah-i-Kot Valley on March 2, 2002. They were met with a wall of fire. The enemy, well concealed in fortified positions, had anticipated the attack. Machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades ripped through the air, targeting the vulnerable helicopters. The Battle of Takurgah, a pivotal and costly engagement within Operation Anaconda, unfolded with brutal intensity. A Chinook helicopter, carrying a quick reaction force, was shot down, resulting in the loss of several American lives. The downing of the Chinook served as a stark reminder of the ferocity of the enemy and the unforgiving nature of the terrain. The complex terrain of the Shah-i-Kot Valley became a significant obstacle. The steep slopes, covered in loose shale and boulders, made movement treacherous. The thin air at high altitudes sapped the strength of soldiers, while the bitter cold added to their misery. The enemy, perfectly adapted to the environment, used the terrain to their advantage. The initial hours and days of Operation Anaconda were marked by fierce firefights, with American and coalition forces struggling to gain a foothold.